in just 1 second. If I press 1, 2 and 3, Alan should be there. Are you there, Alan?
Oh. I am indeed, Tommy. Good morning to you. Morning to all your listeners.
Good morning, and modern technology is great when it works. Thanks for joining us. Now, you're one of the few people I know that if Joe Biden was walking down a street and saw your face, he would say, "Oh, it's Alan." Hi, Alan.
Well, I'm not too sure that'd be the case, Tommy, but I had the pleasure of meeting him on his last visit here, him and his lovely family, and it's just wonderful to be welcoming back to Mayo again.
Yeah, his last visit here was as Vice President, and he did stay in Mount Falcon, didn't he, with his family?
He did. It was very much a private visit. At the time he was Vice President, he came with his family. You'll recall distinctly, he was so generous with his time that notwithstanding the intent of the trip was to, spend some time with his family, he didn't get a whole lot of time because he was so generous with his time, saying hello to everybody around the region. So his family were here. They stayed here. And as I said, because he was so distracted, the family based themselves here, and they participated in a whole lot of activities that we organised for them here. We had them out fishing, and we did the clay pigeon shoot with them and the falconry and those kind of activities, just to make it an enjoyable time for the family,
You do recall one instance where he arrived back relatively late to the hotel, and he said he was a bit hungry and he wanted a very American dinner, so top chef Tom Doyle was called on.
He was. Again, as I said, he had a hectic day. You may recall he got back here late. They were a bit peckish. It was late at night. And they had a requirement that Tom obviously fulfilled. They wanted their traditional American hamburgers, and that's what they had for dinner. Yeah.
Do I hear birds chirping in the background?
You do, Tommy. I'm walking outside in front of the hotel here, and notwithstanding the dampness of it, just the bird life around the place, given the time of the year, it's uplifting to say the least. So you can hear all the birds around me here in the forest.
What's your plan for Friday, Alan?
So not exactly sure. There's a lot happening here, Tommy, as you can appreciate, as there is around the region. We're kindly hosting all the support operation for his trip here, so there's a lot of activity from here. So I'm not exactly sure what I'll be doing on Friday. We'll see what's happening, but hopefully we'll get into town, and obviously it's going to be a monumental day. I mean, it's just fantastic to have any American president in Ireland, but particularly one of our own, and for him to come to Mayo and spend as much time here, and particularly doing his public address here, it's a monumental, historic day, and it's one we should all be very proud of,
Yeah, and I'm sure had the itinerary been tweaked in a different way, you could well have been hosting him.
Well, we didn't know what was happening. We were hoping, obviously, to welcome him back here, but I understand the itinerary, and yet, as I said, no more, Tommy, for all the obvious reasons, we haven't been briefed entirely on the itinerary. We were hoping he was going to stay, but apparently he doesn't have enough time after the event and is returning. But nonetheless, as I said, we have a lot of his colleagues here. We've made them feel very welcome, as anyone would in the region. And as I said, we're looking forward to a great event.
Yeah. Have you got, as they say in Ireland, have you a schnapp of them?
No, somebody else asked me that yesterday, and as it happened, it's not.
You didn't get a photograph.
Tommy, as you may recall,
you're such a shy, unassuming guy, Alan. I know all that, but I'm surprised that you didn't get a photograph with him for prosperity.
No, listen.
Next time.
Listen, he was. As I said, they were here on, it was a private visit, particularly, it wasn't an official visit. They want to enjoy themselves, and I hope, notwithstanding his busy schedule, that they did enjoy their stay here.
Goody. How's business generally?
Great. Yeah, no, things are looking great. I mean, particularly in terms of the US, notwithstanding the environment that we've come through, obviously. But I was in America myself for the golf show there in January, and I have to say to all your listeners, the demand from the US is probably stronger than ever, particularly on the golfing side, which is obviously a big opportunity for our region up here. As you know, we've got outstanding links golf courses here, and they're slowly but surely, I've been over there a lot over the last 10 years, and certainly the region is now starting to hit top of the destination list in America. So put it this way, things are looking good. We have a lot of visitors coming from the US this summer, and obviously President Biden's visit here, by the way, just for the region in itself. I mean, you think about the exposure. It's fantastic.
It is. You can't buy this kind of exposure, and if the weather's, plays ball, what it's going to be, I understand with the stage and the lighting and the backdrop of the cathedral, it's going to be an amazing spectacle, and you should see a lot of Americans arrive as a result.
Yeah, without a doubt, Tommy. I mean, you think of the exposure this will get, just in mainstream TV in the US, as you said, you couldn't buy it. You just couldn't buy it as an opportunity, Okay. It's going to be fabulous event.
Well, listen, you keep doing what you got to do, but I don't know if you have much to do, because the place always looks absolutely splendid. It's the most incredible place, Mount Falcon, and of course, I think it's probably not open to the public. Is it this week?
Well, put it this way, it has been, but I understand, obviously, it's so busy with the operating team here that it may not be later on in the week, but we're not sure. To be honest, we're just taking on a day-by-day basis, Tommy. But obviously, I don't want people out there to get the wrong impression. Everybody's welcome here.
Okay.
Always have been and always will
and
be.
always will be. And a big summer season ahead. Listen, Alan, thanks a lot.
Yeah.
We shall talk to you soon, and
Not at all.
keep the flag flying.
I will, Tommy.
Okay.
Listen, thanks.
All
Good luck to all your
good luck
listeners.
to
Enjoy the
you.
week.
Thanks, Alan.
Cheers.
That's Alan
Bye.
Maloney there from Mount Falcon Estate, a beautiful place, and our media sponsors on Friday for that marathon broadcast here on MidWest, starting at 9 on Friday morning. Now, next on the programme, the principal of a national school who's providing a 5-bedroomed house for any family willing to go to their village and their place and put your children in school. It sounds crazy, but it's true. And we'll be talking to her in a moment.